Good evening. I'm Stacey Amos for News Channel 8. A deadly plane crash devastates the St. Croix community, and teachers hold another protest. Those are just two of the stories that we're working on for you tonight on News Channel 8. The entire aviation community of the VI is in mourning this evening as a plane crashed earlier today in a lagoon near the airport in San Juan. News Channel 8's Wes Small is at the Henry E. Rolson Airport Tower with this tragic story.
Thank you very much, Stacey. It's been a horrible day for Virgin Islanders, especially in the aviation community and in the Bristol and the Tavares family. I don't know if you know now, folks, but we've had a horrible plane crash, again, involving a cruise and a well-known one. A vintage cargo plane loaded with bread crashed in a lagoon early this morning around 20 minutes before 8 near Puerto Rico's International Airport, killing the airline's owner and another crew member. Folks, that person, we believe, is Uriel Bristol. Details are still sketchy, but this information coming from airline online sources as well as the FAA. This plane was operated by Florida-based Jet1 Express and was bound for the Caribbean island of St. Martin. Folks, right now you are seeing a clip of that vintage Convair 340 that Uriel Bristol and his co-pilot Antonio Tavares were flying. As you see the tourists on the beach of St. Martin, as Mr. Bristol flying right overhead, that is the same plane that went down this morning. Now, that same Convair would make about 15 trips a week, with Mr. Bristol delivering bread to several Caribbean islands, carrying about 2,500 pounds of bread, and that when it has crashed. Let's go now to the Flemings family under Ruby Fleming and Mr. Osborne Fleming, as he explains, as he speaks for his family, the loss of Mr. Bristol.
Bristol has been like family. I knew him from 1968, quite a while, and he would come in the office, he would sit with us. We behaved like brothers and sisters, brothers. My wife and my son Barry. You know, Barry is very much involved in the aviation business. So this morning I was in my office and Ruby called me, and so I said, what? And she couldn't finish telling me what has happened. And there I was, Barry was all crunched over, screeching, both of them, because we had such a close bond. And we just saw him. He comes here every week. He brings bread for Wholesome from Puerto Rico to St. Croix.
Yes.
And on this particular day, he was running bread from here into St. Martin. A very good man. I would never thought that he would have died in a plane. Wow. And I said this morning to Barry, I know the plane has crashed, but Bristol is alive. He said, no, Daddy, he died. Because the guy is so experienced. And we were talking about him. I remember years ago, he built a plane himself, his own plane, a little single engine plane, and he used to fly just across St. Croix and back. That's how he was. We're going to miss him very much.
A lot of people will be figuring it out with this newscast. Mr. Bristol, the flying bread man, they called him, for Wholesome, as you see some of the trucks there outside the yard there by Fleming's. The entire aviation community mourns, as well as we all, as we take a moment of silence for the airline and aviation community today, and Mr. Bristol. Right outside Henry Rolson Airport, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Our sincere condolences go out to the family members and friends in mourning tonight. And the teachers were out protesting today at Five Corners, and News Channel 8's Wes Small has those details.
Thank you very much, Stacey. Well, as you can see, we're at Five Corners today, where we have the teachers out here, and it's around 20 minutes before 1, as they are letting their voices heard. Here you see, stop the madness, stand up and fight back. Union busting won't fly. Give a pink heart, not a pink slip. As usual, I'm trying to get a word with James Howell.
This is a part of a continual action that we are having, where we are asking small groups of members to come out and protest in their community. This is, the individuals here are from the special ed department. These are psychologists, social workers who have come out here to protest because they understand that education is important to the community, and when you send home a teacher, you're in fact impacting a whole community, you're impacting the students.
So actually, it's not like these people have lost their jobs yet. They're sisters and brothers. They're out there for their sisters and brothers.
Yes, this is about solidarity, and this is about solidarity across the whole spectrum of individuals who are affected by this. We have nurses, we have people who are in the Department of Human Services, all over the community. People are being impacted by this layoff. And this not only impacts the individual themselves, but it impacts the whole society.
Has the Department of Labor and Government House and Legislature offered you enough helping hands to get y'all through these rough times?
Well, our union is fighting the dismissal of its employees. We are having a hearing, an administrative hearing next week. So as the union is concerned, the government has made an action, and we are responding in a very creative way and in a very legal way.
What do you have to say on how things are going with the layoffs of the teachers and the nurses as well?
Well, I think what's happening is devastating because our teachers play a major role in the education of the students. The entire team, not only the teachers alone, the school psychologists, social workers, paraprofessionals, support staff. We work as a team. So I don't understand why the government would want to break up the team. Even the PE teachers and music teachers, our teachers, I understand, are being impacted. And I just want the government to keep the team in place. Our kids need to continue to get a quality education here in the U.S. Virgin Islands. They need to be able to compete with other students across the nation, and we need to avert any further layoffs.
Well, this is not going to go anywhere soon. Today, it's Occupy Five Corners. Who knows where they're going to occupy next? I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
In other news, Governor John DeYoung swore in Health Commissioner Dr. Mercedes Dellum and VIPD Commissioner Henry White Jr. today, and we congratulate both commissioners. The VI Association for Independent Living held a fundraiser today. News Channel 8's Wes Small was at the event.
Thank you very much, Stacy. This is an annual event I always look forward to. We're at Pelican Cove, and I'm here with Mr. Sal Sanpierre.
Sanpierre.
I'm close. And with the American Disability Act and the Center for Independent Living. Sal, what anniversary is this year for you people right
Oh
now?
my God. Well, this is the fourth time that I put this together. This year we're very proud to have more and more people with the generosity of the community.
Yeah.
We're able to have 85 people today. A lot of people in wheelchairs. Bytran is just arriving now, and we have Cheryl Francis, Lieutenant Governor's wife, who's going to be one of our speakers. We have another gentleman from Puerto Rico with disability who's going to be the other speaker. And I'm very proud and feel good that I can do this for our people, because I don't see very well. I'm also legally blind, so I'm one of the board members in the Association for Independent Living, and I love to do this every year. And people keep on helping us.
Thank you. I'm not going to keep you because I know you want to get back in, but what are some of the major concerns in this hard times that you people want to have addressed today?
Well, one of the problems in this association is that most of these people, and that's what they call independent living, because they live by themselves. And it's somewhat sad to think that somebody could be in a wheelchair and or blind and live by themselves. So we help them any way we can. And there's a lot of volunteers. We're going to honor and give recognition to a lot of volunteers today that have been helping us for so many years. I've been in this board now 18 years because I've been legally blind almost 20. So I'm very glad that I can be of help to our people.
This community should learn from this, that none of us are perfect. I have a disability. My disability is I need glasses. I have to have my glasses in order to see my cell phone. Okay, we all have a disability, but that's not my weakness. It's just something I have to overcome to continue with my daily work or my daily vision or my daily issues that I want to resolve.
Miss Cheryl Francis here, and you know, I look forward to this. What does this mean when you come here to these events and just, you know, talk about your experiences with people who are, I don't want to say handicapped, but are different just from the norm?
Yeah, they're physically challenged. That's all it is. They're physically challenged. They have issues that all of us and any of us can have to deal with at some time in our own future. Yeah. This is why I care. I'm concerned. I think awareness is the key. The most important thing is for us as a community to let others know who are suffering that they have someone to support them. And it's easy. It only takes a minute sometimes to just take a time and listen and understand, or maybe take some food or drive them someplace or make a phone call for them. It's really not that, you know, difficult to do, and it's not going to cost you anything. So the most important thing I think as a community we need to do is we have to look within ourselves and figure out how we can help those people that need the most help. These young people, gentlemen, ladies, they all have a disability. It's okay, because we all have one. I just told the group that my disability is I can't see. I need my glasses. But looking at me, you may not see it, but it is an uncomfortable situation sometimes. None of us is perfect, and we don't judge each other by our disabilities. So I'm asking, this is a plea, support this organization, support our people, your families especially, that have a physical challenge, and support them to get where they need to get to the point where they can help themselves.
For the Center for Independent Living, from Mr. St-Pierre and all the folks who help these people at ADA. We really appreciate it, and the folks at Pelican Cove for hosting this again. With the Lieutenant Governor's wife, Ms. Cheryl Francis, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
News Channel 8's Wes Small spent some time with Kendall Tutine of Village Care today as she thanked Scotiabank for lending a helping hand.
Thanks a lot, Stacy. It's another win-win situation. You know, it's amazing. Even though we're in really rough times with Hovenza leaving and everything, it seems as though there's good and bad, and then vice versa. And we have Scotia, who is a great corporate sponsor and citizen up here in Scion Farm at the Village, Partners in Recovery. And we're going to see what's going on. We see some goodies here on the table. And during these hard economic times, man, a little bit goes a long way. Representatives from Scotiabank here, and please introduce yourselves.
I'm Valeria Jarvis.
I am Velda Ransford.
I'm Nadia Paul. And I'm Shalimar Ward.
All right, and we have two representatives here from the Village, and explain what's going on.
Well, as you know, Scotiabank has been doing business with the Virgin Islands for over 50 years, and what we do is give back to the community where we operate. So this year we decided to adopt, the Christensen staff of Scotiabank decided to adopt the Village. Okay. So Ms. Kendall will be able to tell us a little bit about the Village.
My name is Kendall Tutine, and I'm the Vice President for the Village Virgin Islands Partners in Recovery / West Care.
Yes.
We've been providing behavioral interventions for over 20 years. We're at the site, though, where our residential substance abuse treatment facility is located, and we treat adults in a residential setting, providing substance abuse treatment. And inclusive in the adult population that we serve, we are focusing on homeless persons who are mentally ill, also suffering from substance abuse. Yes. We're the only local residential substance abuse treatment facility in the territory, and we provide services to both the St. Thomas St. John district as well as St. Croix.
So your basket is full, and with these hard times, I know you're getting cut back all the time, so you appreciate this, don't you?
Yes, we do. We just suffered a 40% cut in our residential treatment funding this year, and 50% of my staff were laid off. We've had to reduce our average daily census to 14, down from 30, of which we are keeping 4 beds aside for women. We don't want to not be able to provide services for the women in the community who need it. So having Scotiabank adopt us this year was a godsend. I was just so excited when we got the call that they were going to be adopting us this year and trying to do some fundraising and get some donations for food. We just really, really need it. Our clients need it.
People would like to copycat what Scotia did. How can they contact you?
Oh, we're located, our administration offices are here at the facility in Scion Hill. Our numbers are 778-3784 or 719-9900. and you can ask to speak to myself, Kendall Tutine, the Director of Treatment Services, Kim Nosik, or the Clinical Services Coordinator, Mark Genovesio.
Do you have information online?
You can go to the westcare.com website and go under the offshore logo, and all of our programming and services are listed there.
Introduce yourself, sir.
Well, I'm Mark Genovesio, and I'm the Clinical Services Coordinator here at the Village. And this partnership with Scotiabank Christiansted is a great beginning for us. It gives us an opportunity to continue providing services to the men and women of the territory.
Yeah, just basic needs are very important.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a major expense to feed people. Yeah. And having 14 people coming in, many just coming in off the street, you know, they starting to get their health back together, eating well, taking care of themselves is the first step to recovery.
At the Village, partners in recovery. Today it's them. Tomorrow it could be me, and the next day it could be you, right? I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
It's your Caribbean Report when we come back. Rick Santorum is in Puerto Rico, and Nassau has the world's first seawater cooling system. Those stories and more are in your Caribbean Report. Politics from Puerto Rico. Governor Louis Fortuno has already endorsed Mitt Romney, but he is a personal friend of the former Pennsylvania Senator and presidential hopeful Rick Santorum. While Santorum was serving in the Senate, Fortuno was the resident commissioner of Puerto Rico representing the territory in D.C., and they also attended the same church. Fortuno met Rick Santorum's plane early Wednesday morning when he arrived in Puerto Rico from his primary night rally in Lafayette, Louisiana. Later on in the day, standing outside the governor's mansion in the old San Juan neighborhood surrounded by reporters from the island and the mainland, Santorum said he understood the early backing of Romney because, quote, the establishment across America lined up behind Governor Romney very early on, and I certainly respect that. But it's only a matter of time until it's clear that the former Massachusetts governor will not be the nominee, and Santorum said he will be. He said Republican voters are telling Romney no. Rick Santorum was also asked about the question of statehood for Puerto Rico, and he responded, like any other state, there has to be compliance with this and any other federal law, and that is that English has to be the principal language. This November, Puerto Rico is set to vote on whether it wants to fully join the United States. Congress would then have to approve Puerto Rico as the 51st state. From the Bahamas, the new multi-billion-dollar Baha Mar Resort in Nassau will use an innovative new technology to provide the resort's air conditioning needs. The world's first seawater cooling district system will supply chilled water from a depth of over 3,600 feet in the open Atlantic Ocean off the New Providence oceanic shelf. This $100 million system will save up to 90% of the energy costs of utilizing traditional energy supplies to cool the property, with major environmental benefits as well, including using no refrigerants and reducing energy consumption by roughly 25,000 tons of carbon dioxide emissions a year. And from Anguilla, by the time Easter rolls around, a delegation of Caribbean community prime ministers should be there on a mission to support to the government and its people who say they fear that, quote, the mother country Britain is preparing to retake full control of the colony and impose direct rule from London in much of the same way it has already done in the Turks and Caicos. As an associate member of the 15-nation trade bloc, Anguilla does not have full voting rights in CARICOM, but Chief Minister Hubert Hughes used the opportunity at last week's two-day summit in Suriname to sound alarm bells about what he termed as ominous signs from London that it wants full control of daily life on the island of less than 17,000 people. News Channel 8's Wes Small is with Colin Hodge to share a special event on St. Patty's Day night.
Stacy, having a lot of fun here in my old stomping ground, Caravel Arcade. Aisle 95 used to be right up there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep, my footprints are still over there from getting kicked out so many times. Colin Hodge, We're talking about reloading some love and getting back into the community. You know, these could be some cloudy times, but let me tell you something. St. Croix's going to be just fine. Always going to be a party here. St. Patrick's Parade is going to be going on. There's a cruise ship in town, and you want to talk about Tutu Beni as the venue for another reloading Twin City. Tell us all about it.
Yeah. Good evening, Wes. Good afternoon, I should say.
Yes.
Good evening to the listening audience. You know, Wes, we have seen some trying times on St. Croix, and you know, in it all, we must still survive. I'm in the entertainment field. That's one of the things I do. And I just want to say, I want to big up all the restaurants and bars and entertainment type field industries, because they're going through some real somber times, because during these time, people start cutting back on those things, you know, and you know, we do this monthly event at Tutu Beni called Ladies Night, Sex and Twin City. It's just a catch and play on the ladies that partied on that big show on cable TV a few years ago. But it's our edition. It's a ladies' night, fun-filled time. You know, 21 and over for ladies, 25 for guys. Monthly event been going on a year and a half now, and we just wanted to remind the public to come out and forget about the hard things and just enjoy yourself in a fun, safe environment for mature adults. This edition is the night of St. Patrick's Day, so yeah, you know, we are going to be offering the same things as we always do: professional security, excellent drinks at reasonable price, a comfortable AC environment, and you know, and a sexy mood for the ladies, one that they can come out and flex and have a martini glass. So we just wanted to remind you know, the watching audience that there are still activities going on that are safe, and especially in these trying times, we just want to say, come out, relieve some stress, party, and have a good time at Tutu Beni this Saturday night.
Hey, so we might be seeing some green high heels, some green evening
You know, as a matter of
dresses.
fact, you will be seeing some green everything. We will be having some green specials. Some, you know, you have Midori special. You know,
Oh, yeah.
you know my bartending
liqueurs.
background. I mean, we'll be featuring some green looking things, but more importantly, we wanted to say, come out. We want to give St. Croix the Reloaded edition. We have a whole long list of excellent DJs. Of course, we have Daddy Babsy Dark Hat. We're going to be having DJ Swain, and of course, we have in-house Big Cat Sound. So the entertainment is not going to stop as well. Lots of other prizes and surprises. Someone will be winning a pair of tickets to a Taste of St. Croix by just looking good, ladies. So one of you ladies, you know, for that big contest that we normally have, you will be winning, in addition to cash, that you know, very high demanded Taste of St. Croix tickets.
Yeah.
Two of those will be going to the winner of the Sexiest Heels contest.
One more time. When is it going to be? It's going to be Saturday.
Yes,
night.
Saturday night, 10
Tutu
p.m.
Beni.
Tutu Beni. 10. As a matter of fact, 10 to 11 p.m. ladies are free. Okay, Saturday night, Tutu Beni, Sex on the Twin City, the St. Croix Reloaded edition.
In my old stomping ground, Caravel Arcade with Colin Hodge. He's the wizard of business, isn't he? I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.